So now in this video we will install code blocks in our machine. So in the previous video we have already learned from where this C term comes, or what is programming language, or what is program. And we have learned about some basic concept of C, where C is founded first, or who is the founder of C, and in which year C has just released. Everything we have learned in the previous video. And in this video we will install code blocks in our machine. What is code blocks? Inside this is just a software with GCC compiler, and in this software we will write our C program and we will be able to execute this. So let's install code blocks first. So I have come into the Chrome, and here I will search for code blocks, and here this is the main website of code blocks, www.codeblocks.org. So I will click on that, and I want to download it, so I will click on download. And here you can see that download the binary release, so I will click on that. Now in binary release there is three portions. The first one is for Windows XP, Vista 7, 8 and 10. The second one is for Linux, and then Mac OS. So you can download it as per your operating system. So this is my Windows operating system, so I will download for Windows. Here I will download this CodeBlocks 20.03 MinGW setup for exe. I can download it from these two sources, so I will click on the second one, and here you can see that it will your download will start shortly. So now it will ask for the location, so here I will download. I will click on the save button, and as per your internet speed it will be downloaded. So I will wait, and when it will be downloaded, at that time I will on the video. So here you can see that our codeblocks.txt file has downloaded. So I will just open it. This codeblocks button has come. Now I will click just next, and I agree, and I will leave everything as it is and click next. And just remember this path file. If you want to change this path file, you can change it from this browse option. I will not change it because I install everything in my C drive. So C in program file, then code blocks, and I will click next install, and it will be installed. So now you can see that the installation is completed. And do you want to run code blocks now? Okay, yes. And here I will just click next and finish. Code blocks has been installed in your computer. Okay, finish. Now code blocks will be open. So here you can see that code blocks is just open. This is the interface of our code blocks. And now I just want to set the path of our code blocks in our environment variable, by which in the command prompt we will be able to recognize code blocks. So now if we open command prompt, and here if we search for GCC version, and here it's telling GCC is not recognized as internal command. GCC is the compiler name by which we can run or compile our C program. Without GCC compiler we will not be able to run our C program. So how the computer will understand GCC compiler? It is also not needed to run codes in code blocks, but then also to run C program through this command prompt, I just want to install GCC in my machine. So what I will do, I will just open the location where I have just installed code blocks. So here I have just installed code blocks, and here I will go in MinGW folder, and here you can see there is bin folder, and inside this bin folder I will just copy the whole location where this bin is there. So I will click on them, and here I will just click this copy. So this location has just been copied. So here in search bar I will search for environment variable. Here you can see edit the system environment variable. So I will just open it, and here environment variable, click on there, And here you can see this is the environment variable for the user and this is the environment variable for the system. So here I will select path and then edit, and inside this path I will just create a new and here I will paste it and then OK. And here also I will select path and then edit, new, and paste the same location. OK, and then OK, and from here OK. So now again I will just open command prompt and here I will write gcc version. Now you can see that gcc, all the information of our gcc compiler has just given over there. That means this gcc is just installed in our machine. So in this way we can install code blocks and gcc in our machine, and this is the interface of our code blocks. So now let's understand about C program. So we have downloaded and installed code blocks. So now we will learn about C program. So what is the main syntax of a C program? So first of all, to write a C program, what we have to write? We have to write void and main, and then one open parenthesis and close parenthesis, and from a second bracket open and close, and all the code that will be written inside this void main. So why void is written or why main is written? All the C programs start executing from this main portion. That means if I write something before this main and if we run something after this main, that statement will not be executed. The only statement that will be executed is this from this void main inside this bracket. So for that reason, to tell the compiler that there is the main and you will execute inside the main portion, we have write void main. Void is the return type. So I will discuss everything in this total series. Here just understand that void is the return type and main is the main execution starting point of the program. So for that reason we will write void main. So if we want to print something in the output, so at that time what we will do? We will just write printf hello world. What is the work of printf? You can see here I have write void and main, so the program will start executing from this point, and all the lines that will be written inside this parenthesis that will be executed. So here what printf function does, printf function prints something in the output. So here inside this printf function, inside invited comma, I have written hello world. So this hello world will be printed in the output. And in C, after every line you have to give one semicolon to tell the compiler that this is the end of the line. So here printf function will print something in the output, and inside the invited comma I have written hello world. So hello world will be printed in the output. But our C compiler will not be able to recognize this printf function, that it will not be able to see that printf, what printf does. It will not understand printf. So to tell what printf does, we have to import one header file before this main. So what is the header file? Hatch include stdio.h. If you don't understand all this term, don't worry. Throughout this course, you will be recognize each and each word of this programming. Inside this header file, it is written that printf function print in the output. And when the compiler will read this stdio.h file, at that time it will be able to see that okay, printf function does this. So I have to print this hello world in the output. So in this way, this hash include stdio.h works. So what is this? This is the standard input and output header file. If we include that header file, this hatch means preprocessor. This include means it will include the header file, and the name of the header file is stdio.h. Inside this header file it is written that printf function will print something, scanf function will scan something. It's all is written inside this stdio.h file. So I have included all that's in my program. So then this void main is the front portion, that means the first portion that will be executed, and then printf will be executed. So this is the basic syntax of a program, and always remember, after each and every line you must include this semicolon, because this is the end of the line. So now in code blocks we will run this and execute. So here I have come in code blocks, and I will just close it and then create one new empty file over there. So this is one new empty file, and here I will write our code. So I need to save it. So to save it, I will just click save file as, because I want to share with you all this code. So here in the desktop I will create one folder C program, and then opening it and giving one name. Suppose this is one print program or first program. So I will give the name first program, and after giving the name we have to give one extension. Yeah, like if we want to write anything in text file, at that time we have to give .txt extension. Here we are writing C program, so for that reason we have to give .c extension. .c extension means that is one C file, and after giving this .c extension I will just save it. Now here I can write our code. So suppose what I will write hatch include stdio.h. This is the header file inclusion, and then void main, and inside this void main I will write printf, and suppose I write hello world, and at the end I will give one semicolon. So this is one C program, it will write hello world in the output. So how to run it? So first of all we need to compile it. So this yellow sign is the sign of compilation. So I will click on this yellow sign. Now you can see that zero error, that means there is no error in this program, or zero warning, that means no warning is there. This program is alright. So I need to run it. So to run it we have to click this green button. So you can see this is the run button. So I will click this green button, and you can see in the output console there hello world is just printed. Instead of this hello world, if we write suppose static forum, and if we run it, it will print hello world. Why? Because I have not compiled it, I have changed something, and then I need to compile it, and after compilation I need to run it. So if we run it, that you can see static forum is there. After the static forum, if another print statement I write, and inside this print statement suppose I write hello world, and I will not give any kind of semicolon over there. So what will run? If we run it, you can see their error has come. What is the error? Error is expected semicolon before closing interval. So here I have to need to give one semicolon, and then save it, compile successful, and run it. Now you can see after static forum one hello world is printed. So in this way very easily we can print anything in the output. So that's all for this video. If you are not my subscriber, please subscribe my channel to get all the notification of our C program, and like it if you like it, and comment out your problem. I will come to you with best of my knowledge. Thank you.